What is going on, everybody? Thammagotcha here, and we're doing some of my own battles. Longer video today. Got 3 sets for you. We're using Altaria double ground. Usually they put Stunfisk with this team, but I tried it out with Diggersby, and it's been gaining me a lot of success actually. I got 3 sets for you guys today, all positive sets. But yeah, if you guys are liking the content, please hit that like button. Comment if you guys want to see anything in the future, and hit that subscribe button because it greatly helps out the channel. And let's keep this train growing and growing. Yeah, that. So anyways, let's jump into these battles. Super bad lead. Gotta swap out into Diggersby, and there I swap out a Diggersby here to draw out their counter user. To free up Shadow Swampert in the back. The Shadow Swampert kind of does not want to see a counter user. Can deal with the Sableye, and then Altaria obviously can deal with the fighters. Don't necessarily have to win switch here. So I'm guessing there's going to be a Sableye. It's a pretty common team. If they didn't swap into the Victory Bell, the Shadow Victory Bell, then it's usually going to be Bastiodon, Sableye, Medicham. Pretty strong core of a team. I let the Ice Punch go, and then I farm all the way down. I'm going to swap right away into my Swampert, and there is the Sableye right there. So we go to the back-to-back Hydro Cannons here. We want to get both shields, and then we sneak a Mud Shot through actually, which is quite nice. And then I'm going to farm up a little bit more energy, throw the Hydro Cannon, and they snuck unfortunately, which is kind of sucks on our end, but it is what it is. And then we actually we lose CMP tie here, so I end up shielding this one up because we can't have that Altaria on the Bastiodon. This Hydro Cannon should knock out the Sableye. Left, right, good night Sableye, and in comes a Bastiodon. And can we make it to the Earthquake? Oh my gosh, we make it there. One smackdown away. This Earthquake is going to be doing a big damage. Left, right, good night Bastiodon. And there is 2 big bangs for you right there. Next game, Swampert, amazing lead. They're going to swap into Lickitung, and this is why I have Diggersby too, because Diggersby has a pretty dominating matchup against Lickitung. So I let the I'm going to let the first power up go through, because we can take 2 and they can't necessarily lick us down. And all we have to do is get to 2 Earthquakes to take them out. They end up shielding that. So I find a lot of Lickitungs have been shielding the Earthquakes. But you don't technically want to, like, if you throw a Fire Punch and they call that, you're in a little bit of trouble in this matchup. So I call this just going to be a Body Slam. And we're going to be able to get off another Earthquake. We should be able to take 1 more Body Slam. And honestly, I should be shielding this. Do I shield this? Yeah, I do shield it. And we're going to get off an Earthquake. Oh man, maybe I should went for double Fire Punch here. But they end up shielding that, which is not the best. We kind of want our Altaria on that Swampert. But I guess it doesn't really matter now, because I'm guessing there's going to be a Galarian Stunfisk in the back. So unfortunately, can we get to the next Fire Punch? We can't. Do I end up double shielding this? No, I just let it go. I bring in the Altaria. Oh no, I bring in the Swampert to get some farm. I'm gonna let the Body Slam go through. And they bring in their own Swampert, and all I have to do is shield up this Hydro Cannon and then get to an Earthquake. I throw right when I get it because I don't know if they got a Mud Shot through right at the start. I couldn't remember. So I didn't farm up any extra energy. So in comes the Earthquake here. Left, right, good night Swampert. And where's that G-Fisk? Show me the G-Fisk in the back. Oh, it's a Skarmory. Okay. So I gotta watch out for the catcher. So I build up to almost 2, because I was thinking maybe if I build up to 2, they're gonna catch. Ooh, this is gonna be close. And then I bring in the Altaria here just to force them to throw energy. This should just be a Sky Attack. And this Sky Attack should almost KO the Skarmory here. And yeah, this should be a good game. The Lickitung is very low. So a very dominating game on my end. GG's to both trainers there. Hopping into the next match. Altaria into Marowak. Pretty good lead on our end. But the Shadow Bone's kind of hurt. So, and it's a Hex. So maybe I have two better answers. So I tried to catch a Shadow Bone on my Diggersby here because it's double resistant to do that new normal typing, and they throw the Shadow Bone anyways. And here's a big problem with the team. Azumarill is a massive problem because Diggersby takes super effective damage from the Ice Beam. Swampert technically really can't play with Azumarill unless shields are down, and well, they Hydro Pump us, which is not good at all. We're not able to get to the second Earthquake, and Altaria definitely does not want to see Azumarill. So I come in with Altaria. I make a mistake here and I go with the Moonblast, expecting them not to shield their Azumarill, but they do. And that's super unfortunate because now I'm in a really bad position. I know they just have Play Rough because they threw Hydro Pump, so I'm going to shield anyways. And I think they catch this. Yes, oh my gosh. So they catch this Moonblast on the Alolan Marowak, and I'm going to have to take this energy on my Altaria here. And then I swap right away, hoping to get the farm down before they get to a move, and we do. That is absolutely beautiful, but that the unfortunate part is there's the Medicham in the back. So I go straight for the Earthquake, which is a really bad move on my end because that's just a bunch of waste of energy. Because it takes 2 moves to knock out Medicham anyways, I should have just went the triple Hydro Cannon, because we could have made it to 3 Hydro Cannons before they made it to 2 Ice Punches. And they make a really good play here to catch the Hydro Cannon on Azumarill. And I'm trying really hard to get the next Hydro Cannon. And our Switch Clock timer is almost up, so I swap hoping to catch, and we don't. They should be at the back-to-back Play Rough, so this game is over. First Play Rough knocks out the Altaria, and we are just not able to get to the Hydro Cannon before they get to the Play Rough, so that's a bit unfortunate. Maybe if I would have built up a little more energy, but then we just would have been countered down by the Medicham anyways. So that's a good game. Very well played to my opponent. Nice catch there. I think that won them the game. So Medicham lead. What I'd like to do here is I like to take the Ice Punch. I'll throw a Sky Attack in the middle of their counter so they don't catch it on anything. But usually they have a Sableye, which my Diggersby can handle. And then they'll probably have like a Galarian Stunfisk or something. So that one gets... I'll shield the next Ice Punch. I do shield the next Ice Punch. Just, I want to get them down either both shields or take out their Medicham. And once they go down both shields, I can bring in Swampert, and that should be... we should be able to outpace them to the Hydro Cannon. They're not going to be able to farm us all the way down, so... oh my gosh, they do farm us. But either way, one Mud Shot sneaks through. That's going to take out the Medicham, and we're going to shield up. This is probably going to be the Psychic. Dude, that would have been big damage, and it's a Lickitung in the back. So I bring out my Diggersby, and you know there's a Galarian Stunfisk now because they're not swapping out. Honestly, if they did swap out, that probably would have been better for them, because they would have had that Lickitung on my Swampert, and that Power Whip would have one-shot us, whereas we can take 2 Power Whips, no problem. And I think we should be able to almost outpace here to the next Earthquake, and it's a CMP tie. This is not going to take us out, but it's going to get us quite low, and we still have residual energy on the Swampert there. So even if they do bring in that Galarian Stunfisk now, which they don't, they should be bringing that in before we farm them down. But either way, they top left. GG's to my opponent there. Hopping into the next match, Altaria into Trevenant, right where you want to see the Trevenant. I mean, Diggersby can handle it, but it's going to take super effective damage from the Seed Bombs. But we can throw back with the Fire Punches, but, you know, it just... Trevenant is just OP as shit in this... as OP in this meta. So they throw the Shadow Ball. I went back and forth between shielding that and not shielding it. Because if you shield it, you can just throw the Sky Attack and then farm all the way down. But now I'm going to be forced to shield a Seed Bomb here. So now we're even shields. And I think I just commit to the farm down. Yeah, I commit right to the farm down. And then we have loaded energy for whatever wants to come in. And it is a Stunfisk. Usually if you see Trevenant, they pair it now with Galarian Stunfisk. It always used to be Walrein. Which would, if it was Walrein, this team that would not want to see Walrein, I would swap out the Diggersby for the Galarian Stunfisk at that point. So I'm going to throw the Hydro Cannon here. This is not going to KO. But we get the shield anyways, and I'm gonna shield this back just because we're gonna be able to outpace. And it is the earthquake. That was a massive shield on us. And they tried catching on their own Swampert, but now I can just go straight for the earthquake. This should knock out left, right. Good night, Swampert. And then I get to the Hydro before they get to the earthquake, and this should be knocking out the Stunfisk as well. Left, right. Good night, Stunfisk. And that is a good game, very well played. A Swampert sweep in the back. You gotta love it. 4-1 set to start off the video. 2567. Slowly climbing back up. I lost a lot of elo. I've been playing like really bad lately, so bad lead. I'm gonna swap right away into my Diggersby. And they come in with a water gun lantern. We're gonna get the earthquake off here. I'm not gonna bait. Just because if they call the bait, then that's bad news bears for us. But maybe I should have baited because I think they want to win switch really bad because they want to keep their Frostlass on my Diggersby here. But I think these, oh, and I misclick, I over tap, and now we're forced to burn a shield when I could have thrown another earthquake before to see if they wanted to shield. Now they know they're gonna really win switch. Oh my gosh, they don't. So now they bring in the Frostlass, and we're actually able to get this Fire Punch off, which is super clutch. And I'm thinking there probably is going to be something weak to Swampert in the back. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to bring in my Swampert. I'm going to try to outpace them to 2, but I don't know if that's going to happen. So I'm going to shield the Shadow Ball, which is absolutely amazing. In comes the Altaria. Oh my gosh. And we just had to make it to a Sky Attack. I don't think we're gonna win this game because they do have a shield and they can just save the shield for the Hydro Cannon here. But maybe if we can build up to 2, let's see if we can pull this one. So we build up to 2, almost 2. We're gonna throw the first one. We build up over 2 so that we can outpace to their Avalanche. That takes them out, and now we just have to outpace the 2 Hydro Cannons before they reach an Avalanche. So this first one is going to be getting the shield, and we are at the back-to-back. Do they have the Avalanche? They do not. Oh my gosh. Swampert coming in clutch. Left, right. Good night, Frostlass. That's a good game. Very well played. Really tight game there. So Altaria into a Trevenant. Love the lead. I'm assuming they're going to stay in. Usually they don't ever bait with the Seed Bomb. They always throw the Shadow Ball because not a lot of people shield their Altarias. Because they're so tanky and they can tank one, I'm going to shield it. In comes, oh, I make a very grave mistake here. Because I know there's something weak to Swampert in the back. And from this point, Diggersby can handle a Surf, whereas Swampert doesn't really want to take one. And we're already down a shield. Diggersby could have flipped this matchup for us, and Swampert could have swept in the back. So I end up shielding here, and I make a massive misplay. I don't go for the bait here, or I over farm by a lot, and I lose track of their energy, and out comes the Surf, down goes Swampert, and from here this game is over. They still have a shield up. Yeah, there's just nothing really I can do here. We take the Surf. We're gonna have to EQ this thing, and I know there is a Stunfisk in the back. I just know it. So if I would have brought in Diggersby to that matchup, it would have been a lot closer, and we could have got shields. But unfortunately, I don't. We combo play here with the Altaria. They end up shielding, actually, saving their energy, but and in comes the Stunfisk. And I'm just building up, trying to do as much damage as possible, but my Diggersby is already so low, and we are energy dry that they're just going to be able to Earthquake and Seed Bomb us, because that Trevenant build up to a Seed Bomb there, and we're going to lose CMP. So out comes another Sky Attack. They don't have to worry about this. They can build up a lot of energy here. And from here, this game is just over. I really don't know why I'm playing it out. I guess I'm fighting the good fight, but it is what it is. In comes the Diggersby. We are energy dry, trying to make it to the Fire Punch, and they're just going to combo play us right back here. Earthquake into the Seed Bomb, and yeah. Good game. Very well played by my opponent. It could have been a lot different if I would have brought in my Diggersby against that Lantern. I don't know why I brought in the Swampert, but I did. So unfortunately, we lose that game. On to the next one. Lickitung lead. I stay in here. We're going to take all the body slams we can. And I think I decided to go straight for the Moonblast. Yeah, I decided straight to go for the Moonblast here. And then I'm going to swap right into my Diggersby to try to catch a body slam and draw out any counter users. Yep, and there's the Medicham. But unfortunately, my Altaria is pretty low where it can't take an Ice Punch. But the good thing is that Diggersby is so tanky that we're going to be able to spam out these Earthquakes. So in comes the first Earthquake. They're probably going to shield this because they're trying to ramp up their attack. And it's probably the smart move by them because we are energy dry. And we're not going to be able to get to a Sky Attack before they either reach a Psychic or they bait us with a Power Up Punch, and you'll see. So they double shield. And at this point, oh crap. Okay, I should be shielding my Altaria here. But I thought they were going to bait me. They don't bait me, and from here it's game over. Even if from this health range, we're not going to... They're just going to keep power up punching us because this thing is boosted the crud. And trying to reach the back-to-back Hydro Cannons, but we are already in the red. I should have just top lefted when I was going to. So unfortunately, we played it bad there too. I should have shielded the Altaria when I should have went 2 shields down. And then hopefully Swampert could have swept, but it is what it is. On to the next game here. Altaria into Trevenant. We're going to play this game correctly, actually, I think. Hopefully. I think I'd shield up the Shadow Ball. Usually they swap right out after the Shadow Ball. And it's a Skarmory, and I don't have a solid answer to this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chip it with the Sky Attack. And then I'm going to bring in my Diggersby. Fire Punch is super effective, but you're going to see here that the Fire Punch does not do a crazy amount of damage. And just because Diggersby has all this bulk, and now I'm going to throw another Fire Punch, hoping I get a shield here. Which we do. And they're probably going to Brave Bird here. Yeah, they do Brave Bird. And, oh, they just outpaced me to the next one. I'm going to let this go because they're going to be double debuffed here. I'm going to just farm down with Altaria. In comes the Stunfisk. Out comes the G-Fisk. Or out comes the Trevenant. Oh my gosh. And since we got a Budshot head start, this Trevenant is energy dry. We should be able to outpace them to the second Hydro Cannon here. So first one is going to be getting the shield for sure. And the second one, since this is a Shadow Swampert, it should be knocking out this Trevenant. Left, right, good night, Trevenant. Oh my gosh. And now all we have to do is outpace to a Hydro Cannon here. I go to the Hydro just because this Stunfisk had 2 Mudshots ahead of us. So if you would have went for the EQ, they would have outpaced you. And the Hydro Cannon honestly gets it low enough where a Sky Attack is going to KO. So they're going to take us out with the Earthquake. And we already have a Sky Attack locked and loaded. This is going to be more than enough to take out that Stunfisk. Well, not more. Just enough. Just enough. That's going to be a good game. Very well played. I do believe there's one more matchup in this set. So Altaria versus Altaria. Have to stay in here. Definitely do not want to see it. Definitely don't want to see the Altaria with my Swampert or my Diggersby. So very weak to Altaria in the back. That's why also you got to swap out sometimes into Diggersby to either draw out the Altaria or the counter user. So I'm going to shield up the Sky Attack here. And since my my Altaria has high IVs, sorry, those IVs are wrong over there. Let's close these. Yeah, those IVs are wrong. So since my Altaria, it has high attack stat, it can handle, it can out, what do you call it, win CMP. In comes the Lantern, and I know there's a Stunfisk in the back if they're bringing Lantern. So I bring in the Diggersby right away, just so they don't get that extra farm. and they don't shield the earthquake. That does massive damage, but it's not a Diggersby. It's a freaking Toxicroak. So I didn't build up to the earthquake here. I went straight fire punch. I just got to get this thing low enough where maybe I can dragon breath down, but I can't do that. So they actually undercharged that pretty nice, or I don't know if they did that or not. And now I have to try to catch a mud bomb, and we unsuccessfully catch the mud bomb. Can we farm down? I have to let this go because I know that we mud shot down, and I know that thing lantern had the move, so I had to save his shield, and we are at the back-to-back hydro cannons here. The first one should be getting the shield, and the last one should be taking out this lantern. Very, very, very close game. See, if I would have shielded that mud bomb, the surf would have taken us out. But since I know surf would have did more damage and we were healthy enough to live the mud bomb, that's why I opted not to shield that. So going 3-2 in that set here. Close games, all of them actually. So hopping into the next match, lantern into Altaria. I got two better answers. I'm gonna go straight into my Diggersby, and they're gonna throw the surf, probably chip away some damage here, and then they're gonna swap out. It's just a spark lantern, so honestly it wasn't that bad, and the game lags out like crazy. I don't know how much energy they have. I'm just tapping on my earthquake just to get it off. That first one almost KOs it. Oh my gosh, can we get to another one? I know a cross chop doesn't KO here, but they actually decided to go for Night Slash Fishing for the boost. So we're able to get to the next earthquake here, and that takes out the Obscune. Oh my gosh. Back in comes the lantern. They're gonna go for a very aggressive farm down. I should have baited here with the fire punch, because then I would have gotten to another earthquake. So let's see here. Can we pull this out? They end up throwing. See, if I would have baited with the fire punch, they would have been forced to throw energy sooner or allow me to get to the earthquake. Since I was such a low health, they had to shield. I'm gonna let this one go through. It is the Thunderbolt. Maybe I should have brought my Swampert in to catch, but oh my gosh, it is an Altaria. So I don't know. Let's see what we can do here. Sky attack gonna be coming in. That gets shielded, and that is unfortunate because we're not gonna be able to make it. And now I have to make it to back-to-back hydro cannons before they make it to 3 sky attacks. And then I have to have residual energy for that lantern. So let's see here. This is the second sky attack coming in. Oh, I remember this game. I build up a lot more energy. So 2 sky attack or 2 hydro cannons coming in. First one that does almost KOs them. And then they forced me to EQ here, which is unfortunate because now they outpace me to the sky attack. Oh, that sucks. My opponent playing really, really smart there. Maybe if I just would have went double hydro cannon, but I needed residual energy. Either way, GG's. Into the next game, I'm gonna swap right away into my Diggersby. Out comes a victory bell. I'm gonna build up to the earthquake here, and then I'm gonna throw the fire punch, because if I just put a throw in the fire punch, they can survive that no problem. And now I'm gonna go for the earthquake, try to get both shields, and it's usually a Medicham that's hiding in the back too. So I'm really glad that they brought the victory bell out, because now I just bring in my Altaria, because they know that this victory bell is dead weight against the Altaria. So that is why they bring it in, whereas Medicham can kind of hit back with Ice Punch. So they're going to throw the Leaf Tornado. That does nothing. And now I'm going to swap right away into my Swampert, and there's the Medicham. All we have to do is make it to the back-to-back here. They're going to throw a Power-Up Punch. A lot of Power-Up Punch Medichams, actually. So we're 1 Mud Shot away from the double Hydro. This is going to be taking half health. And 1 more Mud Shot, and we should have enough health here to outpace to the earthquake. I threw them as soon as I got them, because those counters are going to be doing the most damage, and the smackdowns are resisted and they're a lot slower. So We're going to shield up the stone edge, and now this earthquake is going to be saying good night to this Bastiodon. Left, right, good night, Bastiodon. GG's to my opponent there. Yeah, going all positive sets here. It was a really fun team to use. Diggersby, I don't really use Diggersby, but I decided to put him in this team, and it worked out really well for me. I've been getting a lot of elo back, so I know what Great League is going to be leaving, so unfortunately it is what it is. But yeah, so we'll start off with Ultra League tomorrow comes back, so try to get a video, guys, for you Friday for the Ultra League. But anyways, thank you all so very much for watching. I know this is a longer video. I appreciate you all. If you guys are liking the content, please hit that like button. Comment if you guys want to see anything in the future, and like always, I will see you all in the next video.